What's up YouTube? For tonight's video, we have a full Pokemon Disguise team. Now, I actually picked this one out of the comment section. It was a really good one and an interesting theme team to do. So obviously these are all Pokemon that disguise themselves or are disguised as objects, which is cool in the game. Now, quickly, we've got the PO box out. People, if you do want to send me stuff for Postman Pimp, hopefully that'll be happening in the next few weeks or so. And you can find that in the description of the video too. It could be anything. It could be a letter, anything like that. Right, let's get into this battle. So we've battled my chat. Now, this one was against Assad. So I had some really good battles today, so it's actually really hard to pick which ones to put in this video. Right, so we have a Passman lead, and we got my Mimikyu lead, which is actually disguised as a Zoroark. So we're going to get it knocked off from the Passman, which is not going to be very effective, which is nice against my Zoroark. Obviously, I thought there was a Mimikyu. Unfortunately, it's going to knock off my Choice Band, which was my item. So this Zoroark set was knock off, U-turn, Sucker Punch, a trick. I've got max health and max attack on this one, adamant nature. So it hits pretty hard on the incoming knockoffs. So now swapping my Mimikyu in. Now this Mimikyu set was really good and fun to use too. So I had a feeling a U-turn was going to come for this thing. So I just used up my decoy from the Mimikyu. It actually wasn't too important having that on this set. So this Mimikyu set was a bulky special defense wall. I've got max health, max special defense. I've got protect. I've got Pain Split, Infestation, and Curse. So Curse is a really cool move to use, and I got to show it really well in these upcoming battles. Make sure you stick around for both battles, people. They're really, really good. So we have Sandshrew coming in. So I was really excited to see what Sandshrew is going to do. So it's going to set up the Sandstorm, which is going to definitely help it out, and it's going to do a little bit of extra damage to me. However, I do have the item as leftovers, which is going to recover all that off. So the idea of this Mimikyu set, right, obviously you've got to trap the opponent in with Infestation, so that's all good. Now you've got Protect as well for extra damage for that, and you've got Curse. So Curse sacrifices half your health, so obviously you've got to pick your Pokemon you swap this in against to use Curse, and then you Pain Split back, because Pain Split, works very well on Pokemon with not a really high amount of health, and Mimikyu fits that mold pretty well. So it wasn't doing a lot of damage to me, which was nice. So I've got the Curse up, I've got the Infestation up. Now Curse does like a quarter damage every turn, and we've got the Infestation doing damage too. So the opponent does not last for very long in the battle, which is nice. And obviously you got Protect too if you want to get that Curse to go an extra turn without getting hit. That's a nice little option too, and getting some leftover recovery, so you can maybe tank the next hit or just do more damage to Curse. Right, so the Sandshrew is trying to flinch me with Rock Slide, which is annoying. I'm going to get buffeted by the Sandstorm. That's pretty much taking away my leftover recovery, or close to. So anyway, the idea was to get Mimikyu is even without max speed, it can still outspeed quite a few things. So you could always swap it out later on when the opponent gets very low, like the Sandshrew, then swap it back in, use Pain Split, get all your health back, and restart it again. So that's what I'm doing with this, swapping my Mimikyu out and going into Tree, which is this is probably the funniest suggestion that they had on their team. So I thought this would be a nice swapping because this is actually a defensive wall, plus they're not going to get affected by Sandstorm either. Right, so that's the last nail in Sandshrew's coffin, and he's going to go down. So my Sudowoodo was a max defense set. Let's go for what that was. So max health, max defense. I've got Impish Nature. So this is a Sand Tomb Trapper as well, another trapping Pokemon. A little bit different. So this is sort of like my Mimikyu, and Sudowoodo is sort of like my core, right? So I've got Toxic and Sand Tomb to trap the opponent in. I've also got Chesterberry and Rest. I thought about running Sleep Talk Rest, but I want to run Tearful Look because it's a really interesting move. It actually drops the attack and special attack. Right, so I'm going to get hit by the U-turn. I actually get a double rattle there from the Passman, which is hilarious. I didn't think there was much point running the other abilities on that set. I didn't have anything for Rocket or anything like that, or Sturdy. So now we have the Togedemaru coming in, and it's going to go for the Toxic, which, that really sucks. That first Toxic miss really did mess me up. So now Togedemaru is going to go for the Magnet Rise, so that's going to be completely immune to my Sand Tomb. So there's nothing I can do against this thing. I'm going to have to swap out. I was thinking, should I swap out or stay and see what it's going to do? Anyway, so it's going to go for the Zing Zap. I think I went for the Rest there. The Tearful Look. I'm going to be a little bit sad about that Magnet Rise. So I actually quite an interesting move. So the attack and the special attack of the Togedemaru drops. Now I can go for the Rest, get my health back, and then swap it out to another Pokemon. So now it's going to go for Zing Zap. I tanked that one really well, and I got Flinch. Oh, damn it. And now it's going to have Fell Sting as well and get a +3 in attack. Oh, no. This can't be happening. The salt is real. So sort of what I like how it fates. It just sits on his ass and falls over. Anyway, so swapping an illusion now. I've got Sucker Punch on this. Even though I don't have the Choice Band, I know that it's going to do some nice damage. So going for Sucker Punch, I would have loved that Choice Band because it does really nice damage there. I'm going to get a little bit of Iron Barb's damage. I thought the Togedemaru may go for another Fell Stinger, but it's just going to go for Poison Jab, and that's enough to take out my Zora. I like the, I remember when it first came out, that Pokemon, like, just trolling all the people with, like, you send out a fighting type, and then you've got Zora as a dark type, or, like, poison type, and they use Psychic. Very fun. Alright, speaking of fun sets, this Kecleon, man, I'm going to get hit by the Zing Zap. I live on 7 health. Get the color change up, which works perfection. I'm able to eat my Citrus Berry, which is going to get me some nice health back too. Now, I was going to go for the Trick Room here, and I get flinched. That's twice in a row, like 2 crucial flinches there. So, both of them, one was going to go for Rest, and the other one I was going to go for Trick Room. So, oh man, this is not good. So things are looking terrible at the moment. I've got to get back into this game, people. So swapping in my Ditto. Now this was a max health Normalium Z Ditto. I tried to run something different from the usual choice scuff. So Shapeshifter is going to go into the Togedemaru. Now I'm going to get +3. I win the speed tie, going for the scummy Zing Zap. Hoping I get a flinch if this one actually lives. But it takes it out, a little bit of Iron Barb's damage, but that was cool. I actually got rid of the threat, and I actually, I've transformed into a Pokemon that has +3 too. So now we have Barboach coming out. Good to see Barboach. You never, really ever see this Pokemon. It's a cool Pokemon too. I like Wishcash. So there's really not much I can do. I just went for the Magnet Rise there in case it does have a ground type move. However, it's going to go for the Skull. So I was like, oh, this is not good, because if I get burned, I'm not going to be able to do too much to this at all, because all this had, obviously had Fell Stinger, had Poison Jab, had Zing Zap, and had Magnet Rise. So there really wasn't a hell of a lot I could do to it. So the best I could do was Fell Stinger, and that really didn't do a lot of damage either. And clearly it's bulky, it has Everlight too. So the best I thought here, well, I'm probably going to go down to this thing. Let's get a poison on this thing with Poison Jab, even though it's not very effective. So that doesn't happen, so like, bugger, that suck. Now the Barboach is going to go for another Scald. I don't get burned, so I thought, well, I can save this Ditto for later on. I've done some damage to the Barboach. Maybe swap in the Mimikyu now and try and take this thing out with my little strategy I've got with Curse. On the swap, this thing used Rest. I was like, oh, here we go. So I'm going to speed this bit up 4 times. So I went for the Pain Split, which is going to get me enough health to go for the, oh my goodness, I can't believe I just forgot that word. Forgot the curse. I'm cursing, sorry. Anyway, so the Barboach is going to go like a classic Pimpnite Rest Sleep Talk set, and it's going to get Rest. Anyway, so I went for the curse here. I got the curse up. Now, the thing about this Togedemaru, Mimic, I'm getting mixed up by these names. I've got the leftovers and the Protect Recovery. Skull was like doing no damage to me, so that was enabling me to actually get the curses up on the Barboach. Now I've got the Infestation, the Curse going. I've got the Pain Split going, trying to take out this little fish. But man, it was really bulky in itself too. Now the good thing was it was getting all those Amnesias up, so Curse actually bypassed all that, which is great. So going for the final Protect there, and the Barboach is going to get a Amnesia, and it's going to go down this time. Finally, man, that took so long to take Barboach out, so finally it faints. Cue salt animation. Right, so now we have the Oricorio. I knew that I'd get outsped by this thing. I was actually worried about this Pokemon. Now, there was one Pokemon I had in the back that was like sort of like I was saving for this like the whole match. So it's going to take me out with a Revelation Dance. That's fine. Mimikyu did a great job there. I can't believe I messed that name up. So many names up in that. Then again, that's sort of like how it is. So swapping in Voltorb. Now, this was a Focus Sash Miracote Voltorb. Thank goodness they go for the Hidden Power, which is going to be super effective against my Voltorb, and thank goodness they, they actually went for a special attacking move too and attacked me. Miracote is going to hit at full power, taking out the Oricorio in one shot. Man, that was so MVP there from the Voltorb. So this Voltorb, let me go over what this set was. I've got Volt Switch, Thunder, Miracote, and Explosion. Max health and max special attack. So in comes Golduck. Now I'm going for the Thunder. That's the best I can do, and it misses! Now the Golduck is going to get the Home Claws up on my miss. I'm like, oh man, it's going to be like an Aqua Tail sweeping Golduck. If I don't take this thing out now, I'm going to get shreked. So, going for the Thunder again. I thought, well, Volt Switch is not going to take it out, right? Electrode. Voltorb's special attack isn't, what you call the greatest in the world either. But it's just enough to take out the Golduck in one hit. So that was really good. So Golduck is down. Now the last Pokemon is the Passman, which you've seen, the Palmerston guys, which we've seen earlier on in the game. So I could go for a Thunder, but I thought, nah, let's go for Explosion. Let's get some fixed damage here. And we are going to leave it up to the Ditto speed tie in the end of the game, because I love those sort of things. So going for Explosion does about 1 damage to the Passman. It's going to go for Knockoff. Now, it did actually had the White Herb earlier on, so I'm guessing that was for the drop on Close Combat. So, swapping in Ditto, I'm going to go for the Imposter, see all its moves. So, what I had, the best moves I had was hit the opposing Parmesan, was the Close Combat and Acrobatics, and I lose the Speed tie right at the end. Oh, no. I went for close combat and salt. Oh, I love those speed ties, people. That's like the only time you want to have like a choice scarf on your Ditto. Right, so I'm not salted or anything. Let's get on to this next battle. This was against Scylla on my chat. So, leading with the same similar setup with the Zorua and the Mimikyu, it worked rather nicely, and I tricked a lot of people. That's basically what this set does nicely, or that Pokemon does nicely. So now we have the, I was called it Zoroark. We have the Lycanroc going for the Thunder Fang, which is going to reveal my Zorua. Now, I'm going to go for the knockoff here, Choice Band and knockoff, and that does a lot of damage, taking it all the way down to its Focus Dash. So I was like, okay, it's got Focus Dash, maybe it's got Counter. So now I'm actually locked into that knockoff. I would have loved to go for the Sucker Punch, but I really can't. I rarely can't. Now going into my, oh man, Rock Throw, going into my Kecleon hand. Now this Kecleon set actually get to show off in this battle. So that's a color change is going to change me into the rock type. If you've got the color change ability, if you get hit by like a special attacking physical type attacking move, it'll change you into like the type last attacking move or type of the I like the rock throw there, my god. So go for the Trick Room. I've set Tricker up. So this is actually a quiet nature Kecleon. So the idea is to change them to the same type as you, then go for the Synchronize. I love Synchronize. It's such a cool move, and that gets Shrek'd. So this set was a max special attack, max health. I had to run this one with quiet nature. It worked in Trick Room. Now we have the Golurk coming in going for the Protect. I also had Nasty Plot and Round on this as well in case I couldn't get the Synchronize going. So going for the Nasty Plot there, boosting my special attack by 2. Its special attack isn't the greatest in the world, so that's why I had it. So go for yet another Nasty Plot, hoping I get... The problem with this set, right, is I couldn't use Round, and you really have to rely on being hit so you can use Synchronize. So that was the weakness of the set. Unfortunately, it's going to have Stomping Tantrum, and I'm not going to live that one because that is super effective because I was actually a rock type. So Kecleon was down. I was really hoping to get that Synchronize up to get the kill, but it didn't happen. So now swapping in Pikachu again, and I could go for the Play Split or I can go for the Curse, and I'm going to go for the Sucker Punch instead because guess what? I am the Zorua. So it's going to go for a Pound. It's going to be a normal gem Pound. What is this savageness? And that's going to take me out. Oh man, I just got Disrespect Pound kill. My Zorua is like crying at the moment. It's using Tearful Look. So my Zorua is down. However, the Trick Room does run out too. So I thought, well, since I got Disrespect kill, it's time to pay them back. So as you noticed before, if you didn't notice, I had the Normal EMZ, or I said I had the Normal EMZ on my Ditto. So transforming into the Golurk myself, they're going to withdraw their Golurk, and now they're going to go into another Pokemon. I actually went for the Shadow Punch this turn. So this Golurk had Shadow Punch, it had Earthquake, and it had Pound and Protect. I was like, the only thing I can do is go for the Normal EMZ Pound. So Pharaoh's going to show its feathery butt at me, and it's going to try and flinch me with the Astonish, which is pretty astonishing. So go for the Normal EMZ Pound here, which is, you know, the only thing I can practically do with this set. Like, Furo is actually like a really good swap-in for this. It didn't have any like Ice Punch or anything like that. So go for Normal EMZ Pound. I've always wanted to go for Normal EMZ Pound. I think this might be one of the first times I've actually done it. I think I'm really trying to rack my memory anyway. So go for the look at that punch, man. Pharaoh just got Shrek'd. That does 3/4 health to the Pharaoh. So I was like, well, the only thing I can do here is go for Pound again. I mean, it's not going to get powered up with the Normal EMZ, but yeah, that's the best I can possibly do. So going for the Pound. Come on, Disrespect kill, taking out the Pharaoh with the crit and the Salt. Oh man, I love that. Disrespect Pound for a Disrespect Pound. So now we have the Pharaoh down and we have the Sigilyph coming in. The best thing I do was go for the Shadow Punch against this. However, it's going to go for a Psy Beam. Oh no, I'm getting triggered by the time like I'd used the Sigilyph one time with the Psychic MZ and the opponent lived on my health. It was like, oh, I couldn't believe it happened. So anyway, that actually lives the Shadow Punch, and now it's going to take me out with the Psy Beam again. Man, I haven't been good with words tonight. So my Golurk is down. Sorry, my Golurk. Ditto is down. Now I can bring in my Pikachu, my actual Pikachu this time. So I was thinking, well, I've got Infestation. That's really the only thing I can do against this thing, and we're going to speed this bit up a little bit. So it's going to bust my disguise. Infestation hits. It does donkeys, and it's got magic guards, so the effects of it actually don't come into play. Then it confusions me with the Psy Beam. I hit myself in confusion, so... Oh, this Sigilyph, I'm getting like, it's coming again. So going for Infestation, and it lives on 1 health. T-shirts around. So anyway, I can go for another Infestation, finishing off the Sigilyph. Finally, man, that Sigilyph was like a pain in the ass. So getting some well-deserved leftover recovery. I am in range to go for another Pain Split. So now we have the Golurk coming out. I thought the best thing here would be to go for the Curse. I could KO myself, and that would be the Golurk in range to actually go down to the Curse too. There's no point going for Pain Spit. Infestation was going to do donkeys. And yeah, I just had nothing to hit it apart from that. So Mimikyu goes down, Shadow Punch obviously is not going to do anything, and Golurk's down. So that was a pretty good result. So we still have 2 Pokemon on each side remaining. I still had my Voltorb, which was MVP in a lot of the battles. Actually, Voltorb was like so good in like all of the battles. So swapping in Tree now. Tree has to do something this time, and now we have the Jinx coming in. So this was pretty funny. So the Jinx is going to obviously outspeed me. Go for the Lovely Cliffs. Now, if you do remember, I actually had a Chesto Berry on my Sudowoodo. It's smooching my wood. I mean, what? So I'm going to wake up, obviously, from that because I do have the Chesto Berry. Now I can go for the Sand Tomb to trap the Jinx in. But first, I was like, let's get the Toxic up on Jinx in case it's got something like Substitute or anything annoying like that. So I was like, sweet. I've got this Sand Tomb up on the Jinx. This is really, really good. So now I've got the idea is to go for the Toxic Sand Tomb, trap them in, just go for a rest basically, and spam Tearful Look. So now this bit I want to speed up. Now the Jinx is actually going to be trapped in by the Sand Tomb. It's going to go for the Perishell, then it's going to trap me with Mean Look. I was like, no, we're both trapped into each other. Sudowoodo's going to have a little Tearful Look. Jinx is going to eat a berry and get some of its health back. So the problem was here, I couldn't actually do enough damage to the Jinx, and now it's going to put me to sleep with Lovely Kiss. So I was like, oh no, so we're going to get a double KO with the Tree and the Jinx. The Perish count falls to 1, and we are both gone. Man, I couldn't do anything there. My Sudowoodo's down. So Jinx is going to go down, and poor Sudowoodo, man. He did not have much luck at all in all the battles that I had. So he's down. The last Pokemon I've got is the mighty Voltorb. So we have the Gardevoir, which I was thinking, what? Obviously they've got very crazy sets. I was like, please, this better be a special attacker. So what I do is I went for the Mirror Coat, and the Gardevoir's going to go for Carmine. So I was like, that's not too bad. That means it's got special moves, or it's just trying to be a bulky set. I'm guessing since it's a Voltorb, it would have to have a special type move, boosting it up. So I went for the Mirror Coat. Now I was thinking, I can't really do much. I got lots of PP on Mirror Coat. Now the Gardevoir is going to go for the Draining Kiss against my Voltorb. It doesn't even take me down into my sash. I'm going to go for Mirror Coat and Shrek the Gardevoir. So I hope you guys enjoyed both these battles. They were so much fun, and hopefully video tomorrow if I don't sleep in my alarm. Peace.